All right, welcome back once again, ladies and gentlemen. Our next speaker is Mr. Cha Chang Lee, Senior Director, Technology Development and Introduction, Analog and Power Front End Manufacturing, Asia Pacific Region, ST Microelectronics. Currently, he is heading the front-end technology development and introduction activities for BCD, bipolar, CMOS, DMOS, silicon and silicon carbide-based power devices, and MEMS. So he will share on ST's business model and how sustainability brings new opportunities, secures long-term profitability, reduces risk, and improve environmental efficiency. So before we invite TC Lee on stage, ladies and gentlemen, may I please request you to be seated right now as we're going to start on the next speaker and move on to the panel discussion. Thank you so much for understanding. So shall we give a big hands to TC Lee? Welcome. I'll hand over the time to you.
Okay, thank you. I hope I didn't tear you away from the delicious energy-inducing break. I'd like to thank all the previous speakers as well who has set the stage for us for sustainability. Let me start to introduce our company a little bit. It's a journey that we took when sustainability is probably not even a word that is commonly used in the industry. ST, of course, is a company that is very broad-based. We have many products portfolio ranging from automotive, industrial, from telecommunication and consumer electronics. We have 48,000 employees, out of which 8,400 are in R&D and designs. Last year, we received 12.8 billion of revenue. On manufacturing footprint, we have 14 manufacturing sites. And we are also on board of the signatory of UN Global Compact. And from 2005, we are a member of EICC and later renamed RBA. ST has presence in every continent except Antarctica. And in Singapore, we started our plant in 1969 with test and assembly. Of course, later we planted our roots, also having wafer fab, and ST Singapore wafer fab is the largest by volume of entire ST. And of course, also have design centers and R&D and sales and marketing operations in Singapore. Sustainability is an integral part of our business. I mean, sitting here, we have many players from various steps of the value chain. I mean, we are in the IDM space. We have been doing this for the last 30 years since the beginning of our creation with our previous CEO, our first CEO, Pasquale Pistorio, who by chance are now an honorary citizen of Singapore. It's a journey that is a long one. I mean, we have started, as I mentioned, with our CEO, Pasquale, in 1987 at the ST's creation. He has a vision that a company such as semiconductors should already have sustainability in mind at the beginning. Since then, we have been accelerating our efforts in these areas. You can see various milestones ST has made in this area. Of course, we do this with our partners and our suppliers and our customers. We are also very public in our commitment to sustainability. We do publish our report annually. You can get a copy of that in ST's website. And you can see various aspects that I'm going to share with you. And you can read them in detail because it's pretty long, thick report. And of course, 2020, December, our current CEO, Jean-Marc Chery, made as Russell said, we are also very audacious. We made a claim that we will be 2027 carbon neutral and to use 100% renewable energy. Okay, this one We are probably ahead of the curve with many companies, so we will need a lot of help with our partners and also some miracle from Russell and of course the government. So it's not surprising that in the last 26 years, ST has made progress in our manufacturing footprints at a per unit product sold level at the various environmental impacts. So having said that, let me introduce to you our approach in ST. Okay, we take a holistic approach. Of course, we create technology for sustainable world in a sustainable way by prioritizing people talents, by protecting the planet and generating long-term value for our stakeholders. I will go into a bit of each pillars for our understanding, and hopefully with our various partners here and association, you can have some resonance with some of the things that you are already doing, and hopefully we can have more ideas. The first pillar, how we do technology in ST. ST has been a believer of innovation and technology development. So we have, as I mentioned, 8,400 R&D engineers and designers located all over the world, working on design, working on ultra-low power circuits, working on products that have good power efficient footprint, as well as on materials, silicon carbide, gallium nitride. These are some of the things that ST is investing heavily on. We also take a life cycle approach to our products, as mentioned also by previous speakers. We have a system that we developed. I will share with this graph, starting from, of course, sourcing the right material, the responsible materials, to a design stage where our designers and engineers have a systematic approach to assess the impact of the product in terms of environmental, power efficiency, and carbon footprints. And of course, the largest carbon footprint is not new to everyone, is manufacturing. So this is something that ST is also investing heavily upon, and the usage. So we have certain labeling, much like Razer, where we label our products. The product that goes through sustainability or eco-design steps. And end of life, of course, end of life, the waste disposal compliance is something that we pay attention to as well. At ST, all our products certainly meets the customer specification as well as all the local, regional legislation. For those products that meets the eco-design framework and also responsible product classified as environmentally or socially responsible will be given a label. Okay, we have a 1-star, 2-star, 3 stars label. And these labels are communicated to our partners, our customers, so that they can have an understanding of what type of footprints this product has and help them to also evaluate their own carbon footprint. Our target is to have 50% of our new products to be responsible. This is a bit of an old target because actually last year we already achieved 69%, and these numbers are externally audited. And of course, new goals are to generate triple our products by 2025 versus 2016 in terms of responsible products. And under the second pillar, where we speak about the way we do it, of course, the people, we spoke a lot about talents, the people, the well-being, the safety, the health of the people in this industry. Health and safety For those that are in a wafer fab, I think it's not new to you. You are talking about health and safety every day. In ST, our GM, and all of us in our staff meeting, we always start with safety and health. It's a discipline that we do, of course, and we also spend a lot of effort and resources. Every week, the staff will go to the shop floor, first to look at the infrastructure, the safety aspect of our operation, as well as to coach and speak with the people to understand their challenges on doing it safely. Diversity and equity and inclusion. Again, I think these are quite a buzzword these days. ST being geographically spread, it is not surprising that we have more than 115 nationalities in our companies. At the same time, we are not satisfied yet with our diversity and equity and inclusion aspect. So we do have workshops that help the managers and the people to address some of the biases that we may have. Okay, so these are something that we also deploy through our HR programs. One of the programs that I can highlight here is Women in Leadership. Okay, this is a worldwide program where it includes a training path for our women leaders, as well as coaching and mentoring along with the program. In Singapore alone, we have 59 women leaders that are already enrolled and completed the program, and there's also 7 senior women leaders that gone through this program. Under the way of how we do sustainability, we cannot avoid by talking about environment, right? In terms of environment, as I mentioned, our CEO has made a commitment last end of 2020 to be carbon neutral by 2027. We probably lead the industry, the semiconductor industry, in this commitment. It comes with a lot of investments, of course, and a lot of focus and attention, working with our partners, working with the government, and also our energy suppliers. Water scarcity. Of course, we work a lot on water reclaim, recycling, and also reduce the use of water in our plant. And together with our partners and suppliers, we also work on zero waste. We spend a lot of effort in this area. So this is not new. We want to be carbon neutral by 2027. This is an ambitious goal, we think, but we have made a commitment to be compliant. And I think Xing Ying talked about the COP 1.5 degree. We also will be compliant to that. And sourcing 100% of renewable energy. Because with Apple, clean energy program for the products that we sold to Apple, I can speak about it openly because it is public information. We are already 100% renewable energy. On manufacturing footprint, I think we can't avoid but talk about it. Carbon footprint, energy footprint, environmental footprint of a fab is large. This is something that is maybe a paradox, a contradiction, but it's something that we are committed to do good, at the same time reducing our footprint. So the programs that we have certainly are not new to people that operate fabs. I mean, on water, chemical, our emission, air quality, waste, energy, and VOC or greenhouse gases. We spend a lot of effort and time. We have a corporate governance as well as regional work teams and champions addressing all these programs. One of the examples that I can share with you in Singapore is I will share 2. First is the fluoride waste water treatment plant. Okay, this is something that we have upgraded recently. It was a plant that generates a lot more watery sludge versus a dry pellets. So with this investment and this upgrade, we are able to substantially reduce the tonnage of waste that we truck out, as well as providing our suppliers and also the people that receive the sludge much less energy to dry it up. So it's something that we continue to monitor this program. DCS, okay, I think Minister of State spoke about it. Everyone seems to have spoken about it. So it's something that in ST, it is quite significant for us. We mentioned taking out about 109,000 cars off the road of Singapore with this program. But we also like to add that it is not the electric vehicle, but the internal combustion engine vehicle. The 109 cars in Singapore, I did a little bit of math, is equivalent to about 20% of private vehicles, private car ownership in Singapore. So that's like 20% of the roads will be free of the car. Of course, we can't control that. Only the COE can do that. This program is significant for us, not only in terms of generating energy savings, but also creating of space, because space is a premium in Singapore. With this system that is centralized instead of a distributed one, we are able to free up close to 4,000 square meter of space, and repurposing this space for other environmental projects like abatements, water reclaims, and so on and so forth. And with a 20% reduction savings in heating-related energy consumption, we are also able to onboard some other projects that will also use electricity. And the third pillar, so we talk about the technology piece, we talk about the environmental, the people, the way we do it. The third pillar is about generating long-term values for all our stakeholders. It is something that we also believe is very important, how we do it, being responsible, reporting all our progress externally with some of the SB, TCFD type of reporting structure. We are careful in the way we evaluate our progress and also identify our risks and our hotspots. And of course, last bullet about STEM, we cannot avoid but to talk about it as well, because everyone is looking for talents, and I think science, STEM area, we need to certainly onboard more young talents for our industry that will also power our next generation. First, I talk about how we manage the risk. ERM, Enterprise Risk Management, is something that we do top-down as well as bottom-up. There are many, again, this is also a corporate governance, but at the same time, we have committees, work groups at a site level that address, analyze, evaluate, and address all the risks that we have. One example, I think, is not new. Beginning of 2020, we started, because of COVID, we triggered the corporate crisis team, okay, with the two overarching principles of protecting the health of the people, as well as ensuring business continuity to our customers, right? I'm happy to say that these two priorities has continued in our operations even until today, and we've been successful to deliver our products to our customers without any interruption, and we do receive a lot of thank you notes and congratulations from our customers by able to supply products even in times of lockdowns, logistic issues, and border closures. The other part that we do also, I think it's important as one section of the value chain is we also need to develop and monitor our suppliers. We are a member of RBA since 2005. Okay, using this framework this framework is about labor, about ethics, and safety and environment. I think many of you will also know about this. With this framework, we do audits our suppliers. We ask them to do a self-assessment, and at the same time, we ask them to sign up as a committed suppliers towards RBA. Up to today, we have about 90% of our suppliers have signed this commitment. The last part about talent, I mean, talent is something that we are also very passionate about. We have a corporate program, a worldwide program, but as well as local ambassadors that go to schools, go to institutions, doing career guidance to students to help propagate our industry. If you look at the yellow box, in 2021, we have a 330 initiative and reaching 69,000, more than 69,000 beneficiaries. These are some of the examples that are in Singapore. As I mentioned, we have ambassadors and managers or engineers who participate in various events and also going to the school, coaching, guiding the students to opt for a study and a career in this industry. We also partner with institutions. There are many examples. ITE, work-study diploma. I mean, we are a member of the advisory council committee. We also onboard many interns and apprentices on site to allow them to learn the ropes about manufacturing and equipment maintenance. SGIS, we are also a strong sponsoring organization for SGIS to give scholarship with the EDB's initiative to sponsor students to take up semiconductor industry courses. And with SIT, Singapore Institute of Technology, in 2022, we are the single largest company that has accepted a work-study program, IWSP, with SIT's EDE as well as other faculties. We also provide guest lectures to the industry. Our technical experts are invited and they go to SIT to give the industry view on certain academic subjects. And we are also sitting in the industry advisory committee for SIT as well. The last picture on the bottom right is an event that we housed SIT lecturers as well as students or potential interested IWSP students in our sites. They get a tour of our fabs, offices, and operations. As part of our commitment publicly, besides reporting publicly all our sustainability results, we are also sitting, as I mentioned, in the signatory of UN's Global Compact since 2000. And our sustainability also supports the SDGs of the UN Sustainability Development Goals. And I think Speaker Xing Ying from Carbon Trust spoke about the two most advanced reporting standards, which we are also using and assessing our carbon footprint, our environmental activities. And we also commit to participate in all the industry rating and ranking exercises. So, for example, we are a member of Dow Jones Sustainability Indices. Okay, as a recap, I can say that our approach is quite holistic. Maybe we can improve some more. We are not happy with certain things we do, or we are still short in certain areas. But we believe that sustainability must start from supply chain of raw material to end products. So it's a cradle to grave. Yeah. So we definitely believe in generating new technology that enable a sustainable world in a sustainable way. Because an example of silicon carbide, for example, the production of silicon carbide material for power electronics, it's much hotter. You need a higher temperature, you need a higher energy, and the result is a hotter production, but a cooler engines, cooler EVs. EVs that are using silicon carbide is known to be less hot, okay? Because the heating component, the cooling components about controlling the heat generated by internal combustion engine is no longer needed or can be minimized. So certainly, it's a bit of a paradox. We use more energy in order to allow our customers or consumer to use less energy. So this is something that we are very cautious about. We want to do it in a good way as well. And protecting the planet, and also taking a long-term view for our sustainability programs. I will close with 2 slides. I think it's without a doubt that we all have to act in sustainability. It's even more urgent now, I think, with you guys hearing the news about havoc of planets, climates and weather situation, droughts at one part of the world, flooding in another part of the world. So I think as industry partners and companies that is serving the semiconductor industry, I think it's all the more important now to accelerate this effort. And I hope the sharing I give is able to maybe create some ideas, maybe some partnerships, and also to take us to the next lab where our children will have to inherit this earth. And as the previous speaker said, if you don't give it to them, they'll demand it. Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much, TC, for the insightful sharing of ideas. Indeed, go a sustainable way. We need a lot of teamwork from everybody.